Hello everyone and welcome back to Chloe's Life Online. I've not really been posting that much recently because my attention has just been elsewhere, you know, everything to do with the pandemic and sorting things out with uni and just in general. I think everyone's getting a bit sick of everything now, but I thought I would take 5 minutes away from the craziness, come sit down and do another video. So in today's video I've decided to come on here and talk about first year. So first year, I think for me was one of the best years of my life ever. I don't think I could ever have an experience like that ever again. One of the most difficult but fun and amazing things I think you could ever go through is your first year at uni. Think about the fact that you're 18 years old. Well, for me, I was 18 years old, and for my flatmates and most of my other friends, but other people start uni at different times, so obviously it doesn't just apply to everyone. But for me, you know, 18 years old, moving hundreds of miles away from my hometown and just basically being thrown into a flat with complete strangers that you don't know who they are, you don't know if you're going to get along, and you just completely live and start this new life in this whole new world. As I'm talking about this, I think it is very important to remember that university is not for everyone. You know, at the same time that I was having these really good experiences and talking about it to some of my friends, they were having the worst times of their life, like genuinely just not enjoying it, feeling really lonely, really homesick. They've been put in this flat and they don't get along with anyone. They're just unfortunate that the people that they live with just aren't very nice, or they just don't click with them that well. So a lot of people have really, really different experiences. I think it's really important to remember for anyone watching who wants to apply to university, or just in general whenever you think about a university experience, that it's very subjective to the type of person that you are. And going to university, you do have to think about how you want to shape your experience in such a way that is going to definitely change the outcome of it. The other thing with university as well is that it is so unpredictable. You know, one day you can be having the absolute time of your life, the next day you can be feeling unbelievably low for no reason at all. It's all part of being a student. It's very up and down, fluctuates between all different types of moods, all different types of experiences. You know, obviously depending on if you've got money, you'll be going out all the time. If you've not got any money, you won't be going out all the time, which is, you know, obviously as a student, I think everyone knows money's always an issue. So there's definitely no way that you can shape a university experience because it is so unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen, but it's just important that you kind of just go with the flow, as weird as it sounds. If you have to let the experience take you along with it. I actually remember the day that I moved to university like it was yesterday. My mum, dad and younger brother came with us, and it was the craziest feeling. We had to stay over in a hotel the night before because it was so far away, we couldn't do the whole thing in one day. And it wasn't until we were driving to the university I thought it was just, the car journey was just going on and on and on. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm so far away from home, which is definitely the case for a lot of people. Going to university far away from home can be the best thing that you've done, or it can be the worst thing that you've done for obvious reasons. You know, moving far away is so difficult. Yeah, the day that I moved to university, I remember that my family drove me up I'm from Southeast and I moved to the Northwest. So literally from there to there, they had to do that drive and take all of my stuff up over the weekend. And we got into my room, we got on the keys, we done the whole registration part. And because my surname is an E, we actually moved in earlier than all my other flatmates in my corridor. So I was there for at least a good couple of hours before anyone else had moved in. And at this point, my family had to, you know, leave. They couldn't stay for as much as they wanted, much as they would have liked to, for hours and hours, because they had to do a 7-hour journey home. So they stayed as long as they could, help me unpack and things like that. But eventually I had to say my goodbyes, which was the most surreal thing, having to actually be like, oh my God, you're leaving me here. I live here now. This is my home. But it wasn't until about 2 hours later that my other flatmates started arriving. And obviously they were with their families. They were doing their goodbyes. So I was just in my flat on my own, unpacking all of my stuff, thinking, what have I done? Why the hell have I moved so far away? I can't believe I've done this. All these things running through your head. And that was when I met one of my still best friends now. She knocked on my door and we went for a Subway together, and we're still really, really like best friends now. So yeah, I think it's definitely one of the best things that you can take out of that experience is friends that you will have forever. So I have spoken about it in this video, but I definitely will tie in going far away from home into first year as well, obviously because they do interlink. But I would say like I say, moving away from home for university has definitely been one of the best and hardest things I have ever done, for sure. I think personally for me, I think I needed it because it helped me grow so much as a person, that I'm so much more sure of myself and who I am, what I like. It's just silly things like that you don't really realise until you're taken out completely to a point where you can really start looking at yourself and actually getting to know yourself. I think is definitely what happened with me. But again, I have friends that moved far away that hated it. I have friends that moved a town away from uni and still hated it. So as I say, everything is so subjective. I don't think you could have one person and one person have exactly the same uni experience, because it's so subjective to what you want to do. A few bits of advice that I would definitely give for anyone that's just about to go into uni, or just in any year really, but for freshers for sure, I would say that not everyone is going to be your friend, but that is fine, that is okay. And I think you should take those things as a learning curve more than this person doesn't like me, or oh, I don't get along with this person, because it's fine. You're not going to get along with everyone that you meet, and I think you definitely will find your circle will be quite big in first year, and it will eventually over the 3 years become a bit smaller, which again is fine, and you will have made a lot of better friendships with those people in your smaller circle. But it's fine to look back and think you may have had quite a lot of friends with you in first year, but as you go along the 3 years, you definitely do become more of yourself, and you may learn that you weren't suited best to being friends with that person, if that makes sense. But like I say, it's all growth and it's all learning experiences, so just take everything, even if it's a bad experience and you're having not a good time, it's obviously for a reason, in something that you can learn from. So just definitely take that. I think it will make those bad days feel better if you're learning from it. Simple bit of advice is save your money, because you know, every student ends up skint. It's kind of just a normal thing, but if you're sensible with your money, you can really make it go a long way, and it's just something that you don't need to be stressed about. Last but simple of all is just enjoy it. Like I say, you will blink and it will be over so quickly, so just enjoy it while it's there. Take everything in, just really take that time to just appreciate that you're there, and just have the best time, because uni is the best thing for me that I have ever done. For loads of other people that I know, it has been such a good experience, and you know, you're never really going to get an experience like that ever again. So just take that all in, enjoy it and roll with it, because it's only going to get better from here for sure. So that is all for today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoy. If you could give me a thumbs up and a subscribe if you fancy. But I will see you in the next video. See you later, guys.